Alright guys, in this video I'm going to teach you exactly how to set up Facebook ads for your home remodeling business. And I'm going to go through the exact type of images that are working right now, as well as the type of ad copy that's actually converting those window shoppers into paying clients. So let's jump straight into Facebook ads and actually show you exactly how to set this up. So once we're in the dashboard, the very first thing that we want to do is just head over to create, and we want to create a leads campaign, because we want people to fill out our form either on our website or the instant form that we create right here on Facebook. So just tap on continue. Now, once we're in here, I just want to break down the exact 3 different levels that we have over here on the left-hand side. So we have the campaign level. The campaign level is specifically for the actual budget. And then you have the ad set level. This is for the conversion location and the audience targeting. So setting in your target location. And then we have the actual ad level. This is where you create the actual ad. You know, the thing that people see on Facebook or Instagram that stops them from scrolling and makes them fill out the form and get a quote from you. So not only do we actually create the ad itself there, we also create the instant form as well if you're not sending your traffic to a website. And I'm also going to show you exactly how to set that up, the best way to only get the highest intent leads. All right, now let's start actually creating the ad. Just have this on campaign budget and just put in whatever daily budget that you have. So a good area to start is around $50 to $100 Australian dollars, so AUD if you live in Australia. If you're from the UK, I recommend 25 to 50 pounds per day. And if you're from the United States, it's around $35 to $70 USD per day. It's what I personally recommend to start on when you're doing Facebook ads. So I'm just going to put in $50 here, and then scroll down and then tap on next. Now we're going to put in the conversion location, so where I want the conversion to actually happen. So I want them to fill out an instant form. It keeps them on Facebook. They don't have to load a separate website. It's a lot easier and less friction for the actual client. So I prefer to have it just on instant forms. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just filling out a form anyway. It doesn't really matter if it's on your website or this. I just find you'll get more if you keep it on instant forms. So how you select this is you just tap it here, go down to single, and then have it on instant forms. And then you just want to select your Facebook page here. I've just grabbed my demonstration Facebook page that I use for all of my YouTube tutorials. So for performance goal, I like to actually change this from maximize number of conversion leads to maximize number of leads. It's just, I find how I actually set up my forms on my website or instant forms is I make them high quality anyway, and I don't have to pay that premium price to appear in the audience of a little bit more high intent people. So it saves that extra couple of dollars in CPMs, and you get the same high quality leads regardless. But it's completely up to you which one you want to pick. Now we want to scroll past all this, and we want to go down to our audience. And this is where we're going to put in our service location. So where our business services, we want to run ads all in those areas so we get more clients in our local area. So let's go down here and tap on the pencil, and we're just going to tap on this little arrow here so it brings out the map, and we're going to type in one of our suburbs that we live in. So I'm just going to type in Chadstone, and it's going to take me directly to Chadstone, Victoria. And as you can see, it's now targeting this little area. So how we want to do the targeting is we want to drop pins all around this area. Now, the only reason why I typed this in was just so I didn't have to scroll in on the map. It's a lot quicker. So let's drop a pin like this. Just say I service around 20 miles around Chadstone. So I'm going to do my service location like this. I'm just going to get rid of the Chadstone area because I don't like the look of it. And that's honestly how easy it is to target your area. If you've got a bigger area, you can just drop more pins, but there is a little secret that you should be doing, all right? So Facebook loves to trickle ad spend in areas that you don't actually work in. What you want to do is drop pins that exclude these areas. So Facebook's most likely to, deliver ads to people around here, like slightly outside of the circle. So, sometimes you'll get leads from up here or down here. You're not going to get any from another state unless Facebook's completely actually cooking it at the moment. So what you want to do is just tap on these and drop more pins around this area. And you want to actually get them as close as possible to your circle, just like that. And then you want to change these over to exclude, just like I'm doing here. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the value that I'm giving you in this video. Look, if you do want that unfair advantage in your home remodeling business and you don't want to hire a marketing agency or any of that shit, you just want to know exactly what to do and how to do it when it comes to marketing for your business, there's a link in the description to my marketing course where I go through all of my secrets when it comes to Facebook ads, Google ads, and automating your entire business. If you're interested in it, check out the link right below in the description. But without further ado, let's jump back into the video. So what I recommend is just tapping all these exclusion zones all the way around your actual targeting zone. So just around in a circle. I'm not going to do it because obviously this is just a demonstration. I'm not actually going to run this ad live, but that's just the best way to set up your targeting. And it's going to save you thousands of dollars. So you can thank me later, or maybe you can thank me now by just liking the video. That would help me out heaps. So scroll past now, and we don't want to suggest an audience or any of this stuff. We just keep it completely broad. You can put in age limits if you want, but I don't really recommend doing this. There's just no big difference that I've really noticed from changing the age ranges, because Facebook's not going to show your ads to 18-year-olds or people who can't really afford your service or who aren't interested in your service. So it's pretty good to, you know, not bother with this, because it makes it a little bit easier when it comes to CPM. So you're not paying that extra amount. You want CPMs to be as cheap as possible. So that's your cost per 1,000 impressions. And, you know, the less restrictions you have on it, you know, the more Facebook's going to find your audience in the broadest pool, and you'll get the cheapest CPMs because you haven't like locked it into that area. So now we're on to the actual ad level itself. So what we want to do now is create the damn thing that people see and click on and love, and then get your service. So we want to go through here, and the type that I like to set up is single image or video ads. These are just my favorite. I personally recommend setting up around 5 to 10 of these in your ad campaigns, so you can test which one is working the best. You know, you're only really going to find winning Facebook ads when you do mass testing. So I just recommend testing an absolute ridiculous amount when it comes to Facebook ads, because it's literally just a shotgun approach that everybody does. You're not going to really have a guarantee that the ad's going to do really well before you set it live. So the best way to find them is just do that shotgun spray, throw a bunch of ads out. Facebook will find the one that gets the most leads at the cheapest cost. And that's how everyone does it. That's exactly how I do it for my business and multiple other businesses that I run ads for. So what we want to do here is we're going to go to add creative. We're going to set up the creative, and we're going to do image ads. Now I've just created this image here in Canva, and I know this is the type of image that works really well for home remodelers. So I just created one really quickly. Now we're going to tap on next, and we're going to keep all of these in original. Now the image size is 1080 by 1080. So anyone creating an image on Facebook, you want this to be 1080 by 1080 because that's the best size when it comes to Facebook ads. It works perfectly well in the news feed and everywhere else. So we're just going to keep this as 1080 by 1080 and then tap on next. Now I'm not going to fill out the primary text headline and everything right here in this area, just because you can't really see it on the ad. So I like to avoid this right now. We're going to fill it out in a couple of seconds. So stick with me for that. Now we're going to tap on next, and the type of images we have here, obviously these are AI generated ones. Now, if you find one that works really good, I suggest using it. But if you don't find any that's better than your current photos, then just don't bother with it. So this one here, as you can see, he's kind of leaning in. You know, this just adds a different kind of angle to the photo. I think it's kind of nice. I think I'm going to add in this one here. And is there anything else that looks good? Now, we obviously don't want this one here because he's completely changed Jack. Jack was not a white man, so I don't know why they've changed him over to this old guy. So yeah, I think that we're just going to go with this one as well, and then maybe that one. And we're going to tap on next. Now for the enhancements, here's the ones that I like and don't like. So I don't have enhanced CTA. I like to have overlays. I like visual touch-ups. I like music. I get rid of text improvements, and I get rid of ad animations, because I don't want people changing the actual ad copy on my images, because I want to know what's working and what's not working. So I need that power to know what's actually there. So let's go through and tap on done now. Now I've got the bare bones of the ad itself. So what we want to do now is go and put in our primary text. You know, the very top of the actual ad, the big blurb that you can really sell people on your service. All right, guys, I've pasted in the primary text right here. This is the type of ad copy that's working really well right now. So if you want to take some great insight from it, go ahead. This is the type of ad copy that I do generally run for home remodeling businesses right here. So if we go down to headlines, we just want to put in a call to action. So we're just basically telling them what we want them to do. So I'm going to put in this headline here of free design consultation, just like this, and I'm going to tap on this little emoji to point at the button, and then I'm going to change this button to either get quote or get offer or even learn more. So right now I'm just going to tap on get quote and it's just going to be just like this. Now what we need to do is put in a little description as well. So this just adds in that little bit of extra social proof. So I'm just going to put in something like, well, I'd normally personally do reviews, but they're already on the image, so there's no real point. So what I'm going to do instead is something like X amount of bathrooms renovated or remodeled. So I've just put in here 100 plus bathrooms remodeled. So it just appears right below here, just adds in that little bit of extra social proof and keyword relevancy to what the actual ad is about, which is bathroom remodeling. Now, what we want to do now is just check out the ad real quick because, I just want you to actually see, how nice the actual ad looks. So as you can see here, attention Melbourne homeowners wanting a bathroom makeover, and then it's like the rest of the ad copy under there. But this is what it looks like when you're scrolling around on Facebook, and this is what it looks like on Instagram. Now we can see all the different variations and everything here. So as you can see, these are the different types of images in the actual stories area. So when people go through stories, this is what they'll see. But now we need to go and actually start creating the instant form, the thing that people fill out to get a quote from you if you're not using a website. So let's go down here and tap on create form. And we're just going to keep this form as whatever it is. So just honestly, just name it whatever it is. So if it's bathroom remodeling, just put that in here. Now we're going to keep this on more volume and we're going to keep the sharing settings open and we're going to tap on next. Now I removed the greeting completely because it's just honestly a massive waste of time. We just want to get straight into the questions. Now here's the area where we put in the questions. Now the best way to set this up is to have 3 to 4 different qualifying questions. Now I'm going to let you figure that out for yourself in your own business, what you should be asking. But if you need some dummy example ones, you can just ask about the best way to contact them, phone number, email, SMS, how urgently they need it done, and just things like that. Now, obviously you're the business owner yourself and you know what you already want to ask them. So just add it into your form right here because we want to have qualified leads that have actually read through the questions, answered them, and then gotten to the end form and then filled it out. Because if you don't have these questions here, for one, you know less about your client, but number 2, you'll probably get a bunch of dud leads that just jump in here, just fill out the form all willy-nilly. But when they have to answer those 3 to 4 questions, they have to put in effort to get a quote from you, which makes them high intent. They actually have to read through the things and answer the questions themselves. All right. So now what we want in the contact information now is usually their email, full name, and then also just their street address as well. And we're going to tap on next. Now you need a privacy policy in here. You can usually just link this to your website or a Google Doc with your privacy policy. This isn't advice, but you can just link this to any old link at all. So you can grab a URL from KFC or McDonald's and literally just throw it in here and it will take it. That isn't advice, that's dodgy. So, I'm just saying, but you can tap on next. And then here you just want to have this as thanks, you're all set, and put in a description like you'll receive your quote within the next 24 to 48 hours or a phone call about it or just anything like that. So however long it's going to be for you to get back to them and talk to them about the free consultation or anything like that. And then you want to have this on call business, or at least I do. And then I put in my phone number here so they can call me if they need me urgently. Or you can have it where you can actually schedule a time and then link them over to a scheduler like Calendly or something like that. And then you just go down to create form. And then you just tap on publish. All right, guys, if you want that unfair advantage in your home remodeling business and you want the secrets that I can't share for free on YouTube, there's a link in the description to my marketing course that teaches you everything I know when it comes to Facebook ads, Google ads, and automating your entire business. Also comes with Facebook ad templates, so you can easily create things like this with all of my mock-ups already there. So you don't need to worry about going through and wasting your time creating all these images and everything. I've literally just made the templates. You can just jump in and then just copy your image over to it. It's super easy. You can launch your campaigns within 20 minutes. It's that easy, guys. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, or anything like that. There is going to be a Google Ads video for home remodeling as well. So make sure to stay tuned and watch that.